Reptoids. Very robust creatures, normally tall, very scaly, smooth in one direction, sticky in the other when you rub over the skin pattern, clawed, and these guys have teeth.
This reptilian group, which Credo calls the Chitahuri, came here, and I think it's fascinating what he says about the fact that they actually were here once and then went away and have come back. This would explain a lot of things about the compatibility between them and the human race.
Credo, tell us what these reptilians or elder brothers look like, and do they manifest themselves today? Do some people see them today in your world?
Yes, sir, they do. But because we human beings have got a very deadly weakness in us, we are conditioned only to see certain things and not to see others. Mm-hmm. To see certain shapes and not to see others. And many people seeing something like a reptile man will not be able to realize what they are seeing. Some of them become so rejecting of what they see that they don't see it at all. And this, you can also find this thing amongst animals. There are animals which are capable of seeing certain shapes, but not others. We are like that. Now, these creatures, we are told, stand about 6 feet or 7 feet high. Yeah. The big class have got horns on their heads, or horn-like protuberances, of which there are 2, one above on either side of the head. And the warrior class have got a number of short, upward turning horn-like things on their heads. Now, what I find amazing, sir, is this, that in some films which have been made nowadays, there is a film called Star Wars, the recent one.
Yes, yes.
In that Star Wars film, sir, there is, amongst its characters, there is a Chitauri exactly. He is called Maul, Darth Maul. And that is exactly how a warrior Chitauri looks like, with a large head, very cold eyes, and small horns forming like a crown all around his head.
Credo, the idea of reptilians, some people look at it metaphorically. They see it as a symbol of an evil in men's hearts and minds, a controlling class of humanity. Others, as yourself, say that the reptilians are quite real, three-dimensional, flesh and blood. Do they occupy the same real-time space on this planet as we do? Do they live here with us, or are they from another dimension? How does it work in your heritage and your history?
You mean amongst the African peoples?
Yes.
Say, the Chitauri, the whisperers of the dark law, our elder brothers, are here with us. And please, let nobody think I am crazy when I say this. I'm asking all thinking people to investigate. Do you know, sir, where you will find these beings? As real as you are, you will find them on the edges of deserts, in the Sahel region of Africa. Ask the tribes people there, and even now in this electronic age, they will tell you about half men who are only half, who have got only one arm and one leg, and the other part of their body is invisible. People in South Africa, on the edge of the Kalahari Desert, will tell you exactly the same thing. And at one time, I was exploring with a great explorer in South Africa, Mr. Adrian Boschia. When we saw, there were 3 of us walking through the bush, a tribesman, myself, and Mr. Boschia. And we came across a strange footprint in the loose sand. It was like a footprint of a bird, a large bird, but with 4 toes. And this tribesman screamed and ran away. And Mr. Boschia shouted at him to come back. And because he was guiding us to a hole which we were going to investigate, a cave. And this tribesman said, I'm not coming back. This is a demon which has walked here. Mr. Boschia, who was a disbeliever, said, come on, Ahman, this is a bird that walked here. But the tribesman said, no bird, this is demon. And I agreed with him. The footprint was not that of a bird, any bird that I knew. It was too large to be that of a bird. It was not an ostrich, but a 4-footed reptile-like creature. And Mr. Boschia afterwards said we mustn't even talk about what we had seen. Said, the Chitauri are real, and I have reason to believe that they are destroying Africa and my people as part of a strange strategy of their own.